Good evening, guys. Welcome to the last fight night of January. I am Fish, as always. I am joined by Ash.
Sorry, I'm just really confused how it's already the end of January.
Mate, I'm gasping for it. Is anyone else begging for payday? I am.
Oh, definitely. Well, I get paid weekly, so it's not too bad for me, but yeah. It's going to rain quick enough, I guess.
We have started spoiler season, so keep eye out on those guys, because there's some doozies flying around, especially the new Ice Legend, so read that way.
I've been really looking forward to seeing the spoilers. It's taken their time, but thankfully we've seen a couple, haven't we?
Yeah, well, for that and everything related to us, guys, visit us on our Discord, because there is a spoilers thing there under Cymru Cactuars. You can get everything from our socials on cymrucactuars.com. And don't forget to check us out on YouTube, which is next to mention Hobby Games and Media. God, there in the end.
It's there somewhere.
Yeah, it's been a long week. Anyway, we are going to go straight over to the gameplay camera because they are ready to kick off with round one. We have Paul McAvoy on the left, Daily Pops on the right, Earth, Lightning, Scions versus Warriors of Light.
Oh, it's going to be an interesting one again.
Yeah.
I'm loving Scions at the moment, though.
Yeah.
They seem to be quite a friendly deck to play. They've got such a variety of ways of flooding the boards.
That's it, and there's a lot of variations of it running around as well.
I mean, I was talking to Jack on the drive up about the different types. You know, he turned around and thought that his description of it is FF13 a different skin, but I think it's got so much variety to it. There's no linchpin card per se, but they all seem to pull their weight, and they all got a job to do, and it just doesn't seem as one-dimensional as the FF13 decks do.
That's it. With the amount of recursion, the amount of summons you can use in the deck, absolutely. It isn't just that sort of one-trick pony as we're seeing. But Paul taking turn one straight in, because again, this is Earth Lightning version of Science, which is quite nice. So he is going to go searching himself, and now they say, let's get some cards up, shall we?
Let's have a look while we're playing.
It's been a long old while since we're seeing these. Was it Minfilia, I think it is, right?
Minfilia, is it the 6 cost or the 4 cost?
No, it's the 4 cost, which is this one. Let me actually make the cards visible. There you go.
Experts, when Minfilia enters the field, you may search for one job sign of the 7th dawn forward and add it to your hand. Also, with the tap effect of put Minfilia into the break zone, choose one forward opponent controls and break it. You can only use this ability if you control 5 or more job signs of the 7th dawn.
And that is very easy to do in this deck.
I was about to say it won't be very hard for Paul to flood the board with them.
Yeah. But not a great turn one for Dale here. Having to go in with Tyro, overpaying for it, but he is going to get the bash.
Not just overpaying, but you also see an Akusith and an Amaterasu in the bin as well.
Right there.
They're big cards to discard. You know, especially against Scions, stopping the auto abilities that could be coming in.
So we did see Dale Mulligan as well, so clearly his starting hand must have been a lot worse than that. But he at least got the bash, so there's still going to be another way for him to get his backups that way.
It will be a quick one, probably Claris then into the usual King Tycoon to Lena.
Yeah, exactly that. And we do know, because this is the same deck that Dale played at Winter Cup, which was back in December there. So we do know he puts a lot of stock in his sort of warrior-like combo, bombing stuff to the deck. So as long as he can get set up and sort of keep up with the Scions, I don't think he'll have much of a problem.
And let's be honest, there's usually a Shantoto in there somewhere in these decks.
You would expect so, both from a playing Earth, so you would like to think that.
Oops, sorry about that, guys.
That's Ash's beeper for his food. But if you want to go get that, by the way, you can.
Are you okay to hold the board? Sorry guys, if you miss me too much, I'll be back soon.
Right, so Ash, right? Oh God, he does. I'm joking. He's running. He's getting his food just so they don't chuck it in the bin, because there is a time limit. So Seymour from McAvoy here, putting an Arc on top, getting ready, because this deck does run Chaos Arc, which is pretty vicious. So Dale probably okay with that, because he's not going to hit that damage, and he needs this time to set up, and he is going to do so with King Tycoon. Probably searching Lena. Yep, there we go. Pretty nice little combo. The backup line ever since that Lena has been introduced has been so sweet in these 4 colour decks. It's really sort of taken away from the soiree, which is awesome. So we shall see. 24 minutes on the clock. Still early days in the round yet. No damage either side. Also, hey everyone. Hey Daz, nice to have you in the in the chat. Appreciate you tuning in. Don't worry, I won't be mean to you apparently this time. Love you. Paul just getting these backups in, just seeming to be the right order at the moment. Hitting a radio, probably going to secure his 5th backup. Oh no, he's having to search for the radio itself just for a bit of discard here. But what's his summon option? He's already got the Arc in hand. Maybe a Mist Dragon here. Oh no, he can't, because obviously if he's selecting radio, that's not an option. What has he got? An Odin perhaps? Maybe a Rammer. I know this deck does play the 3-drop Rammer. But no, he's going for the Ixion. I suppose that's pretty good, because there's a lot of 3-drop Warrior Lights here that we could be seeing. And Ash is returning with a monster 2-stack burger and some fries.
I definitely can't recommend Firestorm's Cafe enough.
It is a good cafe.
Beautiful.
And for anyone that might be in the area next month, Freya, who is the manager, has already let me know they're doing a pub classics menu.
Oh, bangers and mash. Please be bangers and mash.
No, but they are doing a steak pie, with jacket, potato and gravy.
You may have heard my eyes opening quite wide at the moment. That.
And
Sounds
guys,
quite wonderful.
Again, we are affiliated with Firestorm Games at the moment, so anything geek related that you need, check out the affiliate links. They'll be on our YouTube and in the description, or just via Cactuars.com.
I think the biggest draw for the cafe is you get to see our very own Shifty, hard at work instead of working hardly.
Shifty, working hard? I don't think anyone believes that. So, Grahart here, from McAvoy here.
So the only thing working harder is Dale trying to stay into this game at the moment, by the looks of it.
And Paul just going crazy. Grahart into the Alisei, into Alphano. So, what else does he search? Oh, he's gone for the Chaos. Oh, so Chaos Arc is primed in Paul McAvoy's hand here. Anything that now Dale plays to field is going to be easily sniped, I think, so he needs to be very careful here.
Can you remind me how Chaos Arc works?
So, Chaos is 1 cost reduced for each element in play. And then, when it enters the field, your opponent selects 1 card, and 1 forward, gives it to your opponent.
But it's the opponent's element, so he needs them to go. So multicoloured, it absolutely loves multi-elements on the opposite side.
Exactly. So that Chaos currently costs, 4, so that costs 3 right now. If he ever plays Shantaro, it's completely free. But,
It's 14 less, yeah.
Yeah, now we are seeing a Neo X Death in hand here for Daily Pops. Still got the Bash.
It's a lot of dark cards at the moment.
Yeah, do you know what? I don't hate the Neo X Death here. Again, though, losing 2 backups, though, it's kind of risky.
It's a big one, but this is where Scions are so strong. You know, you can play the Neo X Death, you lose 2 forwards, you get rid of the board, but they just, all of a sudden, 2 turns later, they're all back, showing their faces and running a riot.
It is, and that's very true, but you then have to deal with a 10k Brave on the other side of the board. But then again as well...
I was going to say, Grahart here goes so big as soon as you get 1 or 2 standard units on the board.
So the question becomes, you know your opponent has Chaos. Do you get rid of some of those backups just to make that Chaos not as cheap and effective?
It's not a bad shout.
Could be risky though.
You know, and... Did he see the search for the Chaos?
Yeah, so both the search for the Chaos and the...
Because do you really want to...
The Arc there?
Because it even I'll start speaking English in a moment. It becomes quite scary just playing cards when you see the Chaos, knowing that any forward you put down could be used against you in the following turn. Seeing it drop down and stolen. I know you get to choose which one, but Zidane, Bash, both good cards for either player to have on their field.
Yeah.
You've got Bash, who's going to just grow and grow, keep going strong. Although I'm assuming we're going to see Zidane steal the Chaos in a moment.
Yeah, the thing is, playing the Zidane is perfectly fine because you can strip that Chaos away, and I think that's what Dale's trying to play here, because you just have to at this point.
Just have to hope he doesn't ditch Chaos and draw a Chaos.
Well, the thing is, though, is that you're going to see that card anyway. So, you know, if he gets a second Chaos off the first draw, I think that's perfectly fine in Dale's eyes. But
he's not going for that.
Ref here? Question mark?
I'll be interested to see what he's planning to do with Raffia.
It is Raffia. Check me knowing the name of a card. So, at the beginning of the attack phase during each of your turns, activate all job warrior lights you control. When 4 or more dull characters are activated by this effect, draw 1 card. Dull 4 active warrior of lights. Choose 1 forward. Opponent controls. Put it at the bottom of its owner's deck. Your opponent can only use. You can only use this ability once per turn.
Okay.
But there's the Sedan as well. Chaos is gone. No attacks though, because it can. Actually, I'm not sure why he didn't attack there.
Is Grahatia one? No. Oh no, it's 2 or less. It had 3
no,
or less.
3 or less. So yeah, you can block a lot.
You can block with
anything to kill it.
Yeah.
So I don't.
Well, except the Alisei. The Alisei is 4.
Yeah, but we are gonna hopefully be getting into the point now where Raffia might become live. I know we have Lena and Raffia, and I think we do have the fire backup, which is also a warrior, right?
Yes, we do.
And that's Luneth. So there's 3. Dale looking for the 4th, just to make that live, and instead we're getting a Neo X Death from the other side. Paul hitting that nuke button first with some, not even mutually assured destruction, just straight up destruction, removed from the game, along with 2 backups. He has tagged it the Mimphilia, and I unfortunately can't see the second.
I think sometimes pardon me, it's not a bad thing sometimes to get rid of your backups, because I'm sure Paul's got quite a lot of search effects or other effects with his backups. I wouldn't be surprised to see him next turn drop in something just as good, bring the cards back,
Unfortunately,
and go in again.
We are not going to be. Well, we can see a Faris. Oh, okay, so we do hit a Leviathan on damage 4 there. Unfortunately, we can't see what the first damage was. Sorry about that. The Holy Light decides otherwise.
So if you were going to play one of these decks, which deck would you choose as a personal deck?
Oh, I've played enough, sort of multi-elements, and the consistency I find is a little bit more difficult. If I'm honest, I'd probably go with the Scions list, because it's kind of got 2 routes to victory already. It's your Scions for beat stick, or Chaos Arc just to really control what your opponent's doing. So, and it looks like 2 Coup Siths in Dale's hand here, which isn't really going to help him too much, although he does have the Neo X Death there, so potentially he could do that.
He needs an answer, and that is one of them.
Yeah, so
we
have a couple first timers in the chat. One of them is just an advert, we don't care, and the other one is Zeno. Hey, thank you for joining us. And Daz, I love me some Neo X Death. Absolutely, it's an Earth card. It's all about me.
I'm still getting used to this Neo X Death because the other one's so popular.
Oh, this one
I still go to that one when I hear its name.
Yeah, this one is something else. But Dale playing the Coup Sith and getting back the Raffia. He looks like he might be taking the harder route here in order to start getting the board back under control.
There's Warrior of Light, Dave.
Yep, so there's Warrior of Light. Going to get the reactivation and draw a card.
And Warrior of Light, for all intents and purposes, is a 15k blocker.
Yeah.
So it's going to be hard to get through that. I know there's some big cards for Paul right now. Has he got the standard unit 14 on the board anyway?
No, he does not, because he has a Rydia, a Seymour, and a Vincent. So Grahati is still only 7k. So pretty much at the moment, Dale has a wall that Paul can just not deal with. But a solitary figure standing against potential Chaos Arc is never a good thing.
No, you don't want to. And having a haste, you can soon get beat down by your own warrior, like with Chaos turning up.
I definitely don't want to see that. It's almost painful.
Chaos will ensue.
Now we should probably mention, so there's the aforementioned Raffia again, but we should mention that this is kind of a grudge match, as Daz is all too well aware of. He loves a good grudge match. Paul and Dale, usually Dale coming off the worst between Paul and Dale. So it'd be interesting to see who takes the victory here. So far, McAvoy in total control, but it does kind of seem like it's teetering back in Dale's favour right now.
Are we still at 3 Warriors of Light, I believe?
No, we're on 4. So we got Lana,
Alright, we'll fail then.
Yeah, so let's get that Neo X death to the bottom using Raffia. When we enter attack phase, they're all going to get to reactivate as well, so Dale not losing out on any resources here.
And what are we drawing?
Yeah. So Dad's saying, grudges hit different in Scotland. I bet. Oh, and Dale hits that. God.
He's getting the damage rolling.
Yeah, he's hit that arc first damage. So now we've seen one arc potentially still in hand and chaos gone. But Paul does have a Shantotto. He is not yet in so much trouble that he needs to use it though.
But we know he's not afraid of using it.
Yeah, mutually assured destruction is never a bad thing.
I think you usually see the key indicators when he starts swinging in with everything that doesn't make sense.
Well, yeah,
just in case.
Yeah, that is a bit of a giveaway.
Although for board wipes, I do miss me my Titan Lord of Crags.
See, Titan Lord of Crags is okay. The issue you got is 9k right now to hit is kind of a struggle. But that's the way it goes. So again, the party attack. So we probably are seeing the Shantotto here after Dale potentially takes a couple hits.
The only board wipe then Ishatola to drop with a little bit of haste. He can soon get the 7th damage through if he can get some through now.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to see it quite that quickly. There's still a couple of turns still to play in this game yet. Dale thinking though, he probably sniffs a rat if I'm honest. Like your party attacking into a Warrior of Light, it can kill one of these in the party attack before the damage goes through. So Dale should not take any damage here if he blocks regardless. So take the block, Dale.
But the damage does spill over, so we could hit it for 10 gate, tap it, and deal the rest of the damage to completely wipe him without taking any on the Warrior of Light.
Absolutely, you could. Good call there, Ash. To be honest, though, I don't think you need to. Taking 5k is fine. The Vincent effect isn't live yet because it's not damage 3. I think Paul is just genuinely trying to push for the Shantotto here.
He wants the sacrifices to mean something.
Yeah, the thing is, though, I think if Dale realises this block is going nowhere, I think that's probably kind of what Paul's hoping. Yes, yeah. I might get a point of damage, or I might lose a blocker which I can recover later.
And let's be honest, would you rather him in the break zone or remove from game?
Exactly. Yeah, so we're taking the block, I think, here, Dale. I think that's a good shout.
Is he doing it?
What? Oh, he's going to tap instead. Oh, he's kind of playing into McAvoy's hands here.
Paul's going to be loving this.
Yeah, so we got the block, regardless, and we're going to bottom Grahart here. So it's kind of one way, and then the other side is just going to die.
There it comes.
Didn't Paul attack with the Alpha No first? Well,
I can only assume he thought it was a bit fruitless.
Well, he was getting a 3 point of damage. He's just missed damage 5 there. That's a kind of a misplay by Paul.
Oh, I see. Of course, he tapped them.
Yeah. So very strange.
It didn't come in this turn, did it? It's been on the board for several turns.
I think it has. You're right. So Shantotto, though, wiping the slate clean in Paul's favour here. So he's now on 4 backups. But can we hit anything with this?
Carry on.
Ooh, hello, Darkness Manifests.
Paris and his own Shantotto if he wants it.
No, you can't get that. I think it's
cross forwards, isn't it?
Yeah. Add 1 fire, earth, or water card among them.
Water card. So it can be Shantotto if he wanted.
I don't think Dale needs it.
It's not a Shantotto board right now, is it?
No, the thing is, if you nuke a board with Shantotto, you're probably a turn or two away from facing lethal if you're in Dale's position anyway. So that's perfectly fine. Big shout out there to Emo Tempest. Hey all, thank you for joining us. Appreciate you. Still on the lovely round 1, the grudge match between Dale and Paul going off full swing. And we're getting a Faris, so we're going to hit some good amount of Warrior Lights here. Nothing's going to have haste though, so I think you could probably sit on the Faris potentially, or you could play the Faris, get the search off, and
would you be in a rush to play it right now?
You're not going to
think-
attack, and it just
No.
means you're going to secure some extra damage next turn.
He has gone there.
Yeah, so he's going to get the Scions because he's on damage 4, and it's a damage 3 effect. Now,
So what would you be searching for right now?
probably if I'm Dale, I'm going after another Refia. That would be my guess. But if no other Refias, then Warrior Light will have to do.
So not the big boy?
Nah, it's good, but I think the win condition for Dale here is getting the Refia loop in, start bottoming stuff in Paul's deck is very strong. It's an interesting way to sort of activate removal.
Okay, I see. I just wish we could see what was in his hands.
I'm still begging for hand cam, mate, but you got to do the streamer lean, see if you can see it.
One day.
Yeah.
One day. We need to put a little GoPro cam on their shoulders, which you can watch live.
Well, that would be interesting, but I don't think anyone else wants to edit that many camera streams.
That's not my problem. I'm not the editor.
No, neither am I. But the editor has already got enough work on his plate. So and that editor is Paul McElroy.
I definitely think Paul needs more work. Sorry, Paul, if you're watching this back later on. But I definitely think you need a little bit more work. Keep you busy.
Yeah, put Pal Will down.
As they say, devil makes work for idle thumbs. We don't want you to be paying for the devil.
And there goes the second chance. We're going to hit the LSA, and we are going to go searching with the Alpha No again. This is why you want those in the break zone. You never care if you're going to get hit by that block by the Warrior Light. And we're going to get the Chaos. That is potentially the last Chaos in the deck, because I'm not sure if Paul is running 2 or 3.
We'll soon find out.
And we've seen at least 2 Arc, but it looks like the one may still be in hand.
With 7 minutes left on the round, can Paul start pushing?
I don't know, man. Like, we're going to start seeing potentially here Faris maybe start kind of running away with this a little bit. I'm guessing that there's only 2 dark cards in Paul's hand here. So I think we're probably going to see Dale start getting some damage back here.
I also think we should have microphones so I can see what Paul's asking about our Hope. Is Hope Arc? I can never remember that one.
The wind forward?
Yes.
Yeah,
Arc.
Yeah.
I'm not confused with Arc, which is the... They could at least change the names so they... I know there's a letter different, but they could change the names a bit more.
Well,
Why didn't the game developers think of this before they knew the card game was coming out?
You're asking some real poignant questions here, Ash, that no one has an answer to.
If anyone does in the chat does have an answer or theory, please let me know.
Maybe they just like the name Ark, so they just changed the letter.
Very maybe.
Or maybe no one cares.
How dare they not think of me?
So.
That's not a bad hit. Put the Ishatola in the bin. Into
Well,
the damage zone.
I don't think it would have mattered. I think we're going to see Chaos Arc next turn. And it's probably going to be directed at that Warrior Light. So we're going to get an attack and then tap to try and deal the 5k first.
Did I get enough to get over the top bit?
Oh,
yes,
yeah,
it is.
Just tap and dealing 5 is fine.
I mean, that alongside the Faris damage.
That's a nice hit. We see a Man in Black go to damage, so that's going to stop Paul from free casting pretty much all of the arcs going when this Chaos gets on the board. The problem is that Paul kind of, if he wants to steal that Warrior Light, he needs to target 2 forwards here to get rid of them, and I don't think he's going to have the CP to do that.
It's very unlikely.
Yeah, exactly that. I think at this point you probably just take what you can and shoot the Warrior Light with the arc.
Get gone. You sort of want to get the Faris or the Warrior at worst. The Hope is just a bit of it's just a 7k block, although multi-element with Paul as well, with 2 elements, that's not going to be enough then to get the extra boost off Arc either, is it?
No, it's...
It's forwards, isn't it, with Arc? So Shantoto wouldn't help boost it.
Yeah, among forwards you control, yeah. So that's why everything is bigger at the moment on Dale's side of the board. But Dale just passing it. I think he's got a 6-drop Leviathan in hand, and if he sees that Chaos, that could be his answer. could be his answer here.
Time ticking down, hopefully we'll find out soon.
So, is Stoller in hand as well for Paul? It's definitely Chaos Ark he has as well.
Your game of lean is much better than mine, it seems. Although I should start wearing my glasses, one of the two.
Yeah, it would be helpful if you could see some cards. Right, so
there's the Chaos.
So there's the Chaos. He has to Ark now, and he is targeting the Warrior of Light. So this will break it and make your opponent discard 2 cards. This is brutal. Now, if you're going to discard 2, is there anything super important in your hand you need to keep? Maybe
a Mist Dragon.
A Neo. Is that a Neo X deck on the end there?
Might be.
I can't quite tell. I think we're probably going to see just to protect potential future forwards.
It does look like a Leviathan and a Mist Dragon he was thinking about keeping there.
Yeah, and I think we're probably seeing Dale play the Leviathan here because it can at least bottom or top that Chaos.
There's a Leviathan.
Oh, he might be also saving the Warrior Light here. This is a great play. So, by choosing a forward, return it to his owner's hand, and he can put the light or dark forward at the top or bottom of your owner's of its owner's deck. I don't hate that as a play. Put it on the top. Play the Warrior Light next turn, attack, get that straight into the damage zone.
Would you wait for that Warrior of Light to go into the bin and use the other effect to bring it back?
No.
Which is one order for it, or is it you
no,
need to get rid of?
Because you're going to be discarding 2 cards if this Chaos goes off.
Yes.
If this Arc goes off. Avoid that entirely. Return the Warrior Light to your hand now, because you're going to get the draw on it next play, or next turn. And then bottom or top that Chaos, preferably top.
How does he return the Warrior of Light to hand?
Choose one. You're right, because it's choose one forward opponent controls.
He has to wait for it to go into the bin for him to be able to recur that back to hand.
Then I think it's fine. I think you probably just select another. It doesn't look like he's got any other water forwards in the bin there. So he's thinking elsewhere with this Leviathan.
Maybe thinking outside the box needs to be done.
To be honest, discarding 2 cards here is fine.
I'd say he's got a full hand, so
yeah,
I'd be tempted to let it go into the bin, then get it back, and then you're drawing a card off him next turn as well, so you're only really losing 1 card.
I don't hate this. I think you're right there, Ash, because you let the Warrior Light die, discard 2, tap 4 and discard 1 card, play the... so Paul going after the Faris, it would seem.
Was he trying to drop the power?
So when the Warrior of Light goes, you wouldn't have
you lose it anyway, don't you?
Yeah, so... Okay, so...
Only 90 seconds left of the round.
Yeah, 1.5 minutes left. We might be going to time here.
It's a grudge match. I mean, we know that Daily Pops, who said he seems to lose more than win against Paul, so is a draw a better result than a loss?
Oh, absolutely not. No one likes a draw in Final Fantasy. Dale thinking hard. I think you gotta let the Warrior Light die. I think you have to.
I think you can see the steam coming out of the ears at this point.
So then you discard the 2. Then the Arc goes, but you do get to take the Faris, which is fine.
Who gets to select off? Okay.
So you opponent's player.
You get to choose.
Yeah.
I think I would have rather have given him Hope than Arc than Faris.
So that's why Paul killed it with the Vincent. Yeah.
Right.
So this
shows my lack of knowledge on this.
That's kind of how the deck plays with Chaos Arc, is that you arc the thing you don't want, so that you can try and steal it. But obviously, Paul was unable to get the Warrior Light, so. So why did you tap 4 and discard 2 there?
The Leviathan can bring back the Faris to his own hand, surely.
No, that's fine. I was going to send you running in, but no, Dale overpaid there, but that's fine.
Yeah, I believe this can bounce that back to hand and we can get Faris, and because he controls Faris.
Yes, absolutely you can do that. I think that Dale should have done that at the end of Paul's turn, though. That's very strange.
Mm-hmm.
But the Leviathan finally comes out, so he's going to put the Chaos on the deck, and we're going to get that 4-drop Warrior Light. Now the issue is because Dale has waited until his turn to do this, He's sorry, till the end of the turn. Sorry, it does mean that the Warrior Light is going to be able to come out and give him the draw and reactivation anyway. So he's got the haste. He's going to take the lead here by the looks of things. But that is time on the round.
Is that Yuzuki I seen go to hand?
I think it was an Arc. Yeah, an Arc and yes, an Yuzuki. Yep. So here comes the wall. Yet again. Again, reactivates, get the draw. I don't think you're going to get enough haste in for 7 points of damage here. So we just need to build enough to...
Stop pull.
Yeah, just to make sure that we don't take any more points of damage and then push... Because you've still got 2 turns here. Dale is likely turn 0. So he's going to have this turn and 1 more. Paul's still on 2 turns as well. So... I think we attack here, get the 5th point of damage, and then play something else, just in case you hit EX, because you are playing against Lightning, and Lightning is pretty nasty on its EX bursts.
I'm a little bit concerned about what's in the break zone. Is that break zone or removed from the game at this point?
What's still going with here? I think maybe he's thinking...
Come on, Dale, show us your cards.
I thought he was maybe considering Yuzuki here, but he's tapped the wrong element for that. So what's he got in his hand? Oh,
he's digging.
Another
He's digging
Arc
for
again.
more.
I don't... That's fine. The more forward he gets and the more walls he gets, the better. And there is a Furion there. But we're going with the Faris instead. In theory, he could kill the Faris here on Paul's side of the board.
Yes, 369. That would be 9k of damage if you dropped that.
Yeah, we could as well potentially see... Because obviously the Faris is going to search.
Then get the Furion. Furion haste and draw.
But is Faris
6 damage?
Is Faris draw?
I think damage
is search or anything, or is it specifically Warrior Light? No, it's
Job Warrior of Light.
Yeah. So
is there any haste for Warrior of Lights
other than the big wall that he's got on the board at the moment? But there it is.
I suppose we're going to find out. Let's see where he goes.
So Faris going to search, and we are going to absolutely nuke the opposing Faris that was stolen.
It's only 9k. The 7k forward.
No, but the Faris is going to fight back though, because if you deal it,
it deals 3k back to the other side of the board.
But so what you're firing is 3 individual amounts of 3k.
Oh, of course.
So when Faris enters, everything's going to take a k. And then we're going to shoot 3 amounts of 3k.
And it looks like he's targeting Arc, which gives the boost.
Yeah, you have to take that out because you can't kill the wall, so it has to be the Arc.
I mean, Faris could go as well, but then that starts pinging it back and would die before because that would ping it again, so he would be gone before he done enough damage to Faris.
Yeah.
So yes, it has to be. But is it only when?
So it's whenever a Warrior of Light is dealt damage.
This is an insane game of ping pong right now.
Well, it's pinging something, that's for damn sure.
Obviously, he deals the first 3k to Faris. Faris deals it back.
Well,
then it deals it back.
So actually, no. It's immediately 1 damage to all 1k damage to all forwards.
Okay.
The Faris has now got a 3k stack.
Right.
That goes on. Then the Faris on Daily Pop side goes, well, here's my 3ks as well. He's turn player, so he gets to order the stack. So we're going to see 3 amounts here, and we're going to see it fire back. The Arc's going to die regardless, I think.
Yeah.
No, Dale, you can't tap that right now. You're only on damage 4. Sorry, bro.
I wish we had some sort of infographic where you could see the damage on the screen, but...
Hey, if you want to design that for us, go for it, Ash.
I could just turn a computer on. Although, I'm sure I can find somebody I know maybe one day.
Yeah.
We need to find some of the more younger people who have the wealth of knowledge around computer programming.
Oh, absolutely never. So
they're talking languages I can't understand sometimes.
Damage 5 going in, hits a Billy Bob and pass. So we do have a Faris and Wall opposing Paul McAvoy here. This is his turn 0 play.
My only concern about this game is it's been such a classic that the others aren't going to live up to it throughout the rest of the round.
We got a good amount of players here. 19 here tonight. So potentially 5 rounds.
It's going to be a long night.
Potentially.
With good company.
Let's hope that someone has a decisive win at round 4. Because I would like to go home to bed. It's been a long old week. Not that I don't love sitting here and talking trash all night, but... And of course we will get our obligatory Sammy Nash game, I'm sure.
See the Sammy Stutter come back for this week?
Yep. Let's all do the Sammy Star. Right.
I must be fair.
I think Paul just calls it there. I don't think he can do a lot. The Irvine...
That could have done something.
Yeah, no, because you play the Irvine down air attacks, yes, it becomes bigger than the wall, but then...
You do the tap, deal 5k.
Well, no, it doesn't matter, you just attack and deal 7 points anyway. You don't need to block, so... Good game there. Dale finally taking one of the grudge matches back off of Paul on stream.
63-1 now, is it?
I'm not even sure. You can ask them later. Unfortunately, guys, because that was end of round, we do not have time for an interview, so we'll do a quick BR back, and we will be back with the round 2 pairings. We'll be with you in a moment.